Someone who we all respect, Marjorie Taylor Greene, says Kevin McCarthy is going to be a great speaker.
I guess you'll have to ask Marjorie about that. I'm a fan of hers. I'm an admirer, but it's not something we see the same way.
Lauren?
Well, you know, I've been aligned with Marjorie and accused of believing a lot of the things that she believes in. I don't believe in this, just like I don't believe in Russian space lasers.
Are you a hard no?
Space lasers and all of this.
Ooh, a little bit of a feud developing there. Marjorie Greene and Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz, by the way, obviously disagree a little bit on who should be the speaker. That's perfectly understandable. They have a difference in opinion about Republican leadership, and Marjorie Greene's been very clear about that. Matt Gaetz was satisfied to just say, I respect her, I disagree with her on this, but not Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert instantly was hostile and aggressive in that, which I love. I love it. Marjorie Greene did not, and we're gonna get to her response to that in just a second. But Rayyvana, what did you make of what you saw from Lauren Boebert there?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I love to see two idiots fighting. So I'm excited to see the rest of the segment. I think it's interesting because I see why Marjorie Taylor Greene would want to, prop up Kevin McCarthy for speaker, because she's been treated favorably by him. She's gotten more access to like the core of the Republican leadership. Recently, she was talking about how her and some other Republicans, including Kevin McCarthy, meet, and she referred to it as the five families. So Lauren Boebert has gone against the family here, which was but Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz are, sort of persona non grata for the Republican Party. She barely won her election, so she's not like the Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is this sort of, poster child for fundraising for them. And Matt Gaetz too, given the investigation into his alleged sex trafficking of a minor, they are not people they want to be propping up as the face of the Republican Party anymore. But Marjorie Taylor Greene can say all of the crazy nonsense she wants to, but as long as she's able to fundraise the way she does, she's always going to have that spot cozy up next to the leadership. So it makes sense that there's this division there, but I can't fathom why Lauren Boebert would sort of take that jab, aside from the fact that she's just too stupid to realize that it might, cause some division.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just a personal thing or if this is a branding thing. Marjorie Greene is more popular on the right than Lauren Boebert. Maybe Lauren Boebert wants to get elevated by trying to take her down. They all see this as a zero-sum thing. But yeah, from the very beginning, she was ready with that. I'm often accused of agreeing with her. Well, actually, we're talking about where you disagree with her, so it feels like you're needlessly making it about that. I appreciated the reference to the Jewish space lasers, although she's never forget that despite the fact that she's popular, Lauren Boebert is horrible at this, which is why she had to fumble to even get to the concept of a Jewish space laser. But whatever. As much as I might have enjoyed it, Marjorie Greene, not so much. And she tweeted this about Lauren Boebert. She gladly takes our money, but when she's been asked, Lauren refuses to endorse President Trump. She refuses to support Kevin McCarthy, and she childishly threw me under the bus for a cheap soundbite. Which, yeah, that's all true. I agree with Marjorie. It was childish. She did throw her under the bus for a cheap soundbite. Marjorie Greene is actually right here. The country is facing extremely difficult times. Americans expect conservative fighters like us to work together to save America. And that is the only mission I'm 100% devoted to, not high school drama and media sound bites. Well, to be fair, you could have not responded then. And by the way, it wasn't that she just tweeted this. She quote tweeted the video of that soundbite. So you can't say that you're totally not in it about the sound bites when you're directly responding and spreading the soundbite right there. But again, I get it. She was attacked. She gets to respond. She says, I've supported and donated to Lauren Boebert. President Trump has supported and donated to Lauren Boebert. Kevin McCarthy has supported and donated to Lauren Boebert. She just barely came through by 500 votes. So that is a good little hit at Lauren Boebert. But there's a little bit of friendly fire there. Did you notice it? So she's mocking Lauren Boebert for having trouble getting reelected. But you're also pointing out that the collective funding and support of Marjorie Greene, Kevin McCarthy, and President Trump himself got her a win by 500 votes. Geez, it's a Republican district. Why didn't she do better when these huge Titanic figures on the right were supporting her? You guys don't necessarily come out of that looking that much better. But anyway, what did you make of the response?
I think it's, all of this is funny, because I like to see Republicans attack each other. But pointing out the 500 votes, I think sort of is it acknowledges that there is a reason why Lauren Boebert would want to distance herself from Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump, because the district, despite being heavily Republican, pretty resoundingly attempted to reject her in this last election. Like she got reelected by the skin of her teeth. So distancing herself from Trump, distancing herself from the loony wing of the Republican Party might benefit her when it comes time to run again 2 years from now. But I think it's silly because she's standing there next to Jack Posobiec, a literal white supremacist. So, who she picks and chooses to distance herself from, and Matt Gaetz, a alleged pedophile. So it just seems it's so arbitrary, but she's never had good political instincts. Her campaign has never had good political instincts. So it doesn't surprise me that she would, make those mistakes.
That is a great point. And they say that supposedly the rift between Boebert and Greene started in April when Greene was at, I think it was Nick Fuentes' America First thing or whatever, which, by the way, if Boebert was legitimately horrified by her going to that thing, that reflects at least somewhat well on Lauren Boebert, although it's undercut, as you say, by the fact that she's also hanging out with people who act that way. But yeah, look, I wouldn't want to be associated with Marjorie Greene either. And I also think, and I think this has been clear for a very long time, from 1,000 miles up, looking at Marjorie Greene and Lauren Boebert, they're similar in a lot of ways. But I think that Lauren Boebert will be whatever she needs to be popular in the Republican Party. I think if the Republican Party starts to be a little bit more sane, I think that she will try to mirror that. I think that she's an idiot, so she'll have a hard time doing it, but I think she'll try. Greene is, in my view, much more of an actual true believer. I think that Greene literally is a dumb person on the internet who believes every conspiracy theory that she reads. I think Lauren Boebert is playing a game to some extent. I think that I'm not saying that she's not awful and racist or homophobic or whatever. I'm sure that she is. But I think it's also sort of like a suit she puts on to be popular, whereas Greene can't help it. This is what she actually thinks. And so if I were Lauren Boebert in that case, and I knew that this is supposed to be a game we play for the rubes, I would be horrified by a true believer too. Like, why are you taking this so seriously? This is just a way we make money and stay in power. You're a kind of a weirdo. I think there might be a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people say, do you think that the Republicans who are anti-vax actually got vaccinated? I'll say yes, all of them, except for Marjorie Taylor Greene. I know in her heart of hearts, she genuinely believes that she will become a magnet if she takes the vaccine, or that she'll grow a third arm, or she'll be able to walk through walls or something. She's genuinely believes the things she says. She believes in the Jewish space lasers, all the conspiracy theories. And we know that because that's who she was before she got into office. So we see a lot of these career politicians who, give lip service to these conspiracy theories once they're elected because they're playing to a base. But she was part of that base. She came from that base to get elected into Congress. So she, like you said, very much a true believer.
Yeah. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.